The first and perhaps most mesmerizing layer of this hidden charisma is an emotional depth that feels like a vast, uncharted ocean. While many people experience empathy as a fleeting moment of sympathy, these individuals experience it as a full, immersive reality. They do not merely observe the sadness, joy, or anxiety of another person, they absorb it, they breathe it in. This extraordinary capacity allows them to forge connections that bypass the superficial small talk that dominates modern society. When you sit across from them, you are not just exchanging words, you are being profoundly witnessed. It is a deeply transformative experience to be looked at and to feel, perhaps for the very first time in your life, entirely and unequivocally understood. They possess the unique ability to gaze into your inner world, gently acknowledging the complex emotions and fragile experiences that you yourself might have buried or dismissed. This is not an aggressive probing, but rather a quiet offering of sanctuary. In their presence, the heavy armor we all wear to protect ourselves in a harsh world slowly begins to melt away. Beyond their emotional depth lies a remarkable, almost mystical gift of insightful intuition. It is as if they navigate the world equipped with an internal compass that points directly to the unseen truths of human nature. They can walk into a room and instantly read the unspoken dynamics, the hidden tensions, and the silent cries for help that others are entirely oblivious to. This intuition allows them to perceive the true motivations and desires of the people around them without ever needing a direct explanation. They are the friends who call you precisely when you are at your lowest, simply because they had a feeling. They are the colleagues who offer the exact solution you could not articulate. This deeply ingrained sixth sense goes far beyond reading basic body language. They instinctively decode the profound complexities of human behavior, tracing a sudden outburst of anger back to its hidden root of fear, or recognizing the deep sorrow hiding behind a cheerful smile. For them, this intuition is not merely a psychological tool, it is the very lens through which they view humanity, allowing them to offer support that feels miraculously timed and perfectly tailored. In times of crisis, when the world feels as though it is spinning out of control, these individuals reveal another hidden layer of their charisma, a deeply grounding and calming presence. Life is often a storm of overwhelming stress, sudden changes, and high-pressure demands, while the natural human reaction to this chaos is often panic, frustration, or frantic action. The quiet visionary becomes the eye of the hurricane. They possess a steady, unshakable demeanor that acts as an anchor for everyone around them. Their calmness is not a sign of indifference, but rather a profound mastery of their internal environment. Because they intuitively sense the rising panic in the room, they naturally absorb and neutralize that frantic energy, offering instead a composed, thoughtful approach to the crisis at hand. People are instinctively drawn to this grounded energy. In the workplace, in families, and within friend groups, they naturally become the informal mediators and the trusted confidants. They do not just offer empty reassurances, they provide a sanctuary of rational thought wrapped in genuine empathy. Being near them in a moment of panic feels like finding solid ground after drifting in a tempest. This ability to inspire is deeply rooted in an authenticity that effortlessly breaks down the thickest of societal barriers. We live in an era where conformity is often rewarded, where people curate their lives for public consumption, and where wearing a mask is considered a necessary survival skill. Against this backdrop of superficiality, the unwavering genuineness of these rare individuals shines like a beacon in the dark. For them, authenticity is not a trendy buzzword, it is a non-negotiable way of life. They refuse to compromise their core values for the sake of fitting in, and they have no interest in chasing the fleeting trends of modern culture. This fierce dedication to living truthfully creates a magnetic aura around them. When you are with someone who is unapologetically themselves, it subconsciously gives you permission to drop your own disguise. Their realness acts as a gentle invitation, beckoning others to step out of hiding. This is why people often find themselves confessing their deepest secrets to them within hours of meeting. By valuing truth over comfort, they foster relationships that are startling in their purity and deeply enduring in their strength. Central to this profound ability to connect is a skill that is tragically fading in our modern fast-paced society, the art of exceptional, sacred listening. In a world where most people listen only to formulate their reply, these individuals listen to understand the very fabric of your soul. They possess an extraordinary talent for hearing the silence between your words. They notice the slight tremor in your voice, the sudden shift in your posture, and the unspoken truths you are desperately trying to conceal behind casual conversation. When they offer you their ear, they are offering you a sacred space free from judgment, interruption, or unsolicited advice. They create a psychological holding environment where you are allowed to be messy, confused, and perfectly human. This quality alone is incredibly captivating. To be truly heard is one of the deepest psychological needs of every human being, yet it is so rarely fulfilled. By dedicating their full, undivided presence to the person in front of them, they provide an experience of profound validation. Their attentive silence does more to heal a broken spirit than 1,000 words of advice ever could. However, carrying such a deep awareness of the world's beauty and its pain requires an immense amount of internal strength. This brings us to a crucial aspect of their hidden charisma, an emotional resilience that quietly inspires everyone who witnesses it. Because they feel everything so deeply, they are intimately acquainted with sorrow, heartbreak, and disappointment. Yet, what sets them apart is their refusal to become bitter or numb. They do not run away from painful emotions. They walk directly into the fire. They process their grief with a dignified grace, sitting with their pain until it transforms into wisdom. This resilient approach to life's inevitable tragedies serves as a powerful testament to the human spirit. They show us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but the very birthplace of true strength. When life shatters them, they do not sweep the pieces away. They practice the emotional equivalent of kintsugi, the ancient art of repairing broken pottery with gold, making the final piece more beautiful and valuable than it was before it broke. Their ability to emerge from the darkest winters of life with a renewed capacity to love and hope is nothing short of miraculous. This hard-won wisdom is most clearly expressed through their thoughtful and deliberate communication style. When they finally choose to speak, their words carry the weight of profound contemplation. They are rarely interested in idle chatter or meaningless gossip. Instead, they treat language with the utmost reverence, understanding that words have the power to heal or to destroy. Before they articulate a thought, they instinctively consider how it will land in the heart of the listener. They tailor their message, blending sharp logic with deep emotional intelligence, ensuring that their point is not only understood, but truly felt. This makes them incredibly persuasive and impactful communicators. Whether they are writing a heartfelt letter to a grieving friend, delivering a presentation that challenges the status quo, or simply offering a quiet observation during a family dinner, their words tend to linger in the air long after they have stopped speaking. They have a gift for taking the tangled, complex emotions we all feel and distilling them into sentences of striking clarity and beauty. Their communication does not just inform, it comforts, challenges, and ultimately transforms the listener. All of these extraordinary traits, the deep empathy, the vision, the resilience, and the deliberate communication, culminate in their ultimate defining characteristic. It is an unwavering, almost spiritual drive to make the world a better, kinder place. For these rare personalities, simply existing and accumulating personal wealth or status is completely meaningless. They feel a deep, inescapable calling to contribute to the greater good. They are acutely aware of the injustices, the loneliness, and the suffering that plague human society, and they cannot simply look away. This drive manifests in countless, often unseen ways. It is the quiet dedication of a teacher who stays late to help a struggling student. It is the artist who creates works that give a voice to the marginalized. It is the friend who silently takes on the burden of caring for others when everyone else has walked away. They are not chasing the spotlight or demanding applause for their sacrifices. Their activism is rooted in a profound sense of universal responsibility. They meticulously align their daily actions with their highest moral values, proving that the most revolutionary act in a cold world is simply to remain warm. Yet, we must acknowledge that carrying this rare psychological blueprint is not without its heavy burdens. The journey of the quiet visionary is often marked by periods of deep exhaustion and profound loneliness. Because they give so much of their emotional energy to healing and supporting others, they frequently run the risk of depleting their own reserves. The high standards they set for themselves, coupled with their deep investment in the well-being of humanity, can lead to intense moments of frustration when progress feels agonizingly slow or when the world seems too cruel to change. They often struggle to find people who can understand and support them with the same depth and intensity that they offer to everyone else. This is the silent tax of their hidden charisma. But even in their deepest fatigue, they find a way to retreat into the quiet sanctuaries of their minds, to rest, to recharge, and to remember their purpose. They understand that the pursuit of a meaningful life is not a sprint, but a lifelong marathon of the soul. Their ability to face their own shadows and still choose to bring light to others is the true essence of their quiet power. So to the quiet visionaries, the empaths, and the silent observers listening right now, if you see yourself in this journey, please take a moment to honor the profound beauty of your own soul. Your emotional depth is not a burden. It is a superpower. Your intuition is a guiding light, and your quiet resilience is the foundation upon which a better world is built. You possess a captivating charisma that goes far beyond what meets the eye, and you are vastly more powerful and more necessary to this world than you may ever realize. Never apologize for caring too much, for feeling too deeply, or for wishing for a kinder reality. And to those who love someone with this rare spirit, cherish them, protect their peace, listen to their silences, and celebrate the beautiful, healing light they bring into your life. As we continue to navigate the complexities of our shared human experience, may we all strive to cultivate a little more of this quiet, empathetic grace. May your path be filled with clarity, your heart be filled with peace, and may you always find the courage to embrace the beautifully unique journey that is yours alone.